Hello, 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 welcome back. So we're gonna do the back of this page. I did not glue this down just yet. I'm gonna put this away. I'm gonna go to the back of my tunnel again. Yep, my last one, my last envelope. I'm gonna use my last one. I think I'm gonna make this flat because it is going to be huge already. So well, let me first cut this the correct size. That's the first thing. Here we go. So we do just 1/8 maybe, just in case we need it. This time I do see it better. So I'm just gonna score a 1/8. So we have a little bit, just a tiny little bit extra. Here we go, fold it down, place some tape on. Go, because the previous page is pretty wild and pretty thick. I don't want to overdo this album with all the pop-ups and everything. So again, we're going to place this the best way we can in the middle. Again, I'm going to close this page. Why do I do this? Because I don't want to spill too much. Now it's really time to clean up my needle. Each time I forget and each time I'm going to use it, I think, oh yeah, I need to clean that up. So how I do that is actually with my scissor, not my scissor, my knife. And then just scrape the old glue off. And then I can go back. I still clean it up each time, but yeah, we just need it. Alright, close this pocket. Here we go. Cool. Alright, so a nice 1/8, so we still have a little space under, and we have a nice big envelope still to use. So let's see, what can we do? We're gonna keep this quiet, I think I like a 4-frame photo mat right here. I did not do that with this page, so I did not do that everywhere. So we do it just in black and white. That is cool. I did not do that as well. So it's very easy going. So just mark your page as if we normally would cut a page. Save the rest. Then we're just gonna fold this. In 4. I like to cut this a little millimeter off. And then we're gonna fold this back again. And we're gonna cut a little millimeter off again. And then I suppose that we have One for the left, one for the right, and that fits nice. Yep, perfect. So I'm gonna smooch the edges and I'm gonna glue this down in this order. That is not that difficult. We can do this. If you don't want to see this little guy right here, just grab a nice thin piece of paper, just a small piece will do. Put that under. You don't see it. Alright, we can do this. Okay, I have an idea. I like it how it is right now, but what if this is a 1 inch, what if I like to make photo corners? I just love those. So I'm gonna cut 1 by 1s, 1 by 1 inches. How many do we need? 2 for 1. Two more. All right. So 1 by 1 inch, and then you're just going to cut this down in half. You also can use your little cutter for that. Just place this in here. Just like that. Cut this in half. Yeah, what I always think of. I know. But it's the details, guys. The details makes an album special. People like to see that you put some effort in a project. At least I like that. Did I have everything? Nope. Here were a few more. So I'm just cutting these half. And then of course I am gonna smooch all these. But I'm just gonna show you. First one is again raining, guys. Wow. My plants love that. Oh, no dogs outside. Nope, my daughter is home again. Okay, so we're gonna smooch the edges, of course. And then I'm just going to apply a little tiny bit of glue in the on the edges. All I like to have is my tool. And I'm just gonna place this down in a corner. Yep. And that is gonna leave us beautiful little corners. I love that. Just a tiny little bit of glue. Not too much, of course. And then this goes in the other corner. Yes. And when that's dry, then you will have nice little photo spots or tag spots. Totally up to you. What do you like to do with this? Do you want to skip this or do you join me? It is up to you. But this looks amazing. My opinion. In my opinion. Yes, your nails are gonna get dirty, but that's okay. That's okay by me. Okay, this feels hot. Yes, okay, so this is one. And then at the end, if you have a little piece, we can make this fit right away. So you can see how much we have left in the on the sides. I think I'm just gonna cut this a little smaller so it fits even better. A little to the side, smaller. See? It just needs to touch the corners, and then you can add your picture behind these photo corners. Work with me. There you go. See? That's the idea. Cool. I like it. Alright. You get the idea, you get the picture. So I'm gonna continuing doing this, and I will see you in a second. Okay, that looks amazing. I'm gonna cut this little guy out in two, and then I'm just going to apply this. It does not have to be perfect, guys. It does not have to be perfect. Just go around it. Wiggle a little. Then I also gonna cut this one out. My daughter is leaving, so that's why they will hear the little gate. There is a little gate between my garden and my front piece of garden. It makes a noise, and you definitely hear that very well if you are here in the craft room. So the youngest one, not the youngest one, the little one is hear that. Alright, so use them both. Spooky season, I really like this in the middle. And then maybe top, bottom. Or we're going to use that on another place. Can I glue it down completely? Well, I'm going to leave the edges a little out. This will do. Yeah, that's really a finishing touch, don't you think? It's cool. Definitely this little guy I am going to glue down. Yes, cool. So yeah, you can decide if you want to have this. No, that's a total waste of this. I'm gonna leave this for somewhere else. So I'm gonna put that back in the trash. Not in the trash, in my little bin right here. So these are all loose, by the way. So for the person who gets this, can add a picture on, or I can add later on design paper on. But for now I will leave those plain. Let's go to this side. And I want to have nothing on this side. So we're just gonna go and use whatever that we have. I think I'm going to use this one. Okay, we're going to stay away a little from the fold line. And of course we need a strip. Can't use the back. Maybe we can use this one. Nice black one. Okay, so if we're gonna do this, what do we have on the back? Nothing that we can use, so it does need to have these two. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut 1/2 inch from this one. So I'm gonna smooch the edges. start on top. I'm gonna smooch my edges with this one. Here we go, and then we can use the rest of this one. And the beauty of this one, using a nice strip in between, you can glue down a nice image or quote or whatever you want to add in there. To make this page not as dark as it now is, but go. Okay, so yeah, I even can use this little guy. It is small, but it's not unthinkable. It's not unthinkable. You can cut something out like this. Or you can use a large quote, that is also nice. I think I'm gonna leave this. I like this, I like it. Do we have some larger one? This is nice. Just gonna make it a little larger. We also have. Oh, I like this one. Here we go. It's just to have a nice background. I think I even like it a little less bulk. Something like this. Yeah, I see that. That's nice. Alright. Smooch the edges. You can glue this down on a black piece if you want. Then it looks like, just grab a leftover piece, thin one. Little black edge always does the trick. Okay, and that's that. Here we go. I like it. Still loads of place for a nice big picture to add, if you like. Alright, cool. I like it. Pretty flat, but it does the job. Let's see what we can do here. Okay guys, I have an idea. Just join me. Alright, I'm gonna grab, well, I don't think it's necessary to use a thin one. We're gonna cut 9. I'm just gonna check on my, this is an 8, yep, so a 9, it's correct. We're gonna cut a 9 by 5. Let's go crazy. We're gonna score both spots, both endings. Okay, put this away. Fold this. Here we go. Check, check, check if this is fitting on your page. Yep, that is. All right. Let's see what's next. I have an idea. Wait just a sec. Okay, we're gonna do some drawing. So just grab a pencil and let's see what do we need. Let me first draw a line that's in the middle. So this is my middle. Draw the line. There we go. We're gonna make this 3. So I'm just gonna make my marks 1.5, 1.5. So I have 3 above. And I also gonna do a 3 at the bottom. Okay. Then my next line is, let's see, 1.5. Yeah, I think 1.5. Let's draw a line. That is also 1.5. Just like that. And then we are going to connect that little guy above where we just made that mark from the tree, that 1.5, 1.5. So we're going to connect that. Same thing on the other corner. Yes, and then we're going to connect this piece till the bottom marks. And then I think you already know what I have made. Okay, connect these. Yep, it's a coffin. So I'm gonna make a coffin belly band. Is that cool or what? So now I'm just gonna cut off the outside. Just gonna leave my marks on, so I'm just gonna cut right along. And then this little guy, there we go. You can erase all your marks right now. And there you have your little belly band coffin. That cool or what? Is that cool? I think it's cool. Here we go. Alright, time to decorate. Yes. Let's see, what paper do we like on this? Well, actually, the darker the better. Oh, this is nice. Is this nice for coffin? I like it. I like it. I like it. These are the leftovers that I have. This could fit, could fit, could fit. I'm just gonna check if there is something. This is also very nice for a coffin. Nice black one. Actually, I do like this one. I'm just going to use that one. So, what is needed? And this is a little shorter, but that is okay. So, we're just going to cut this. Well, this was a 5, wasn't it? Yep, it was. So let's you know what? You don't need to cut it. If you just place this down and you're gonna keep this straight just like this. And you're just gonna redraw it, then you will have the correct size. Alright, let's cut this out. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this out, but of course I need to have a little black edge, so I'm gonna cut this out on the white side. You also can use your ruler, of course, that is also fine. So I am gonna cut down on the left, on the right, sorry, on the left, right, oh my gosh, of the pencil mark. So I'm gonna cut this smaller as I draw it. And then it should be, drum ruffles, it should be smaller. Yep, but it's not small enough, do you see that? So I'm just going to, I also can just use my fiskars a little bit. Just gonna cut down a little edge more. Also on the other side. Check, check, check the bottom. Yep, that fits nice. This one, also a small piece. Till you are satisfied, and I am very, very satisfied. Alright, smudge the edges. Do we like to give this some fun? We can add some, ooh, we can add maybe, we can add nice ribbon. This looks fun. What do you think? Okay, let's give this a go. cool. Yep, I like it. Do we need something more? No, we don't want to make it too happy. It's a coffin, so you don't want to make it too happy. Always can add. Yeah, that is the finishing touch. That is the finishing touch. Oh my gosh, I love it. Let's put this on your page. I'm gonna start with one side. Place this down. And then we're gonna do the back. And then we're gonna find a nice background page. Yeah, I like this. This is so cool. What a nice booklet. Belly band, that is the word that I was looking for. Alright, so we have this little bit, so let's see what's fitting on the back. This is too busy. Orange always do. Love this one. Let's see what else can we use. We can use this one. This is maybe okay. This is too dark. We don't want to have the dark one. This is also nice to keep it dark. So this pops up. We definitely want that this pops up, but then I think a lighter one is even better. This is also very nice to do the background. Yep, I already have my choice. So I'm just gonna cut this down in the correct place. This needs to fit down in this pocket. So let's cut this down. Good heaven, I like it. There we go. Put everything back before it falls behind my table. And then I need to crawl under. So what do you think, guys? Is this a nice last page? Let's test it out. Ooh, yep, okay. It does fit. Perfect. I like it. Oh my gosh. It's just amazing, perfect. And of course you always can use the color papers that you like to use. It's your project. Use your own imagination. Always. I just do what I think fits nice. But if you have other ideas, just use it. But God, I love this booklet. Belly band. I love it. Do I have something that fits? Well, this is not that big. So let's grab a page. Maybe I can make a booklet. Okay, I don't want to make it too narrow, so I'm just going to make it 1/4 below and up. Yep, that's it is. And I'm gonna decorate this later as well, same with all the rest of the things that we still need to do. But guys, I love it. Yeah, so now it's finally time to put this on top. All right, and then our last page is done, guys. God, I love it. Yep, cool. Cool, I absolutely love it. Thanks for watching.